A very warm welcome, traders, to the 19th episode of TFA Talks. Today, Devang and I, Himalay Bhatia, are the host for the evening. So, Devang, today we had a very volatile day in the
Yeah,
market, and also the people in the United States await the election results. Also, the Indian market participants await the same. Moreover, there's news in the market that Trump is trying to challenge the authenticity of the polls. Now, what
yeah.
are your thoughts on it, and what
See, I'll give a simple outlook, which I gave.
how was your experience in the
Yeah,
market today?
I'll give the same outlook which I gave yesterday. There are three sides of the financial markets. When I analyze the markets, I see three things. Number one is fundamentals, so which is the company related stuff. Number two is your technicals, which we are doing right now. And number third is something called sentimental.
Hmm.
This is exactly what I told yesterday, what you discussed also, that even if the markets do very well today in the morning, one news, one sentimental event can change the entire face in one single minute. That's exactly what happened today. Nifty was at that 11,920 level.
Yes.
One news that came that Trump was going to Supreme Court to move all these drama, and that 1 minute markets fell from 920 to 850. We saw that big plunge. So these things are expected. I'm expecting these things to continue for the time being, as long as until this all overhang of elections is not over. And the worst thing that we don't want is a contested elections, because if that happens, markets will plunge a lot. That is basically my view. Till this election overhang is not over, my simple request, my some suggestion to everyone would be: reduce quantity size, stay in your intraday positions, do not carry anything overnight, because things change overnight. And finally, please have hedged positions.
Moreover, even when the sentimental strategies come into the market, I think the technicals go a little silent for a few hours,
Mhm.
and then it restores, and then it shows us a better picture. So I think we should be considering the sentimental factors as well whenever we are trading in the current markets. All right, Devang, before we move on to Nifty Bank Nifty,
Mhm.
let's talk about the trades that we have already given to our viewers, and let's discuss as to what has happened on them.
Yeah. So
So,
first Nifty. I'll talk about Nifty. You can discuss Bank Nifty. The Nifty yesterday, we told you all to buy above this trend line break, and it broke out immediately. That 850 level was broken out immediately in the morning. So you had to go long aggressively on Nifty. For targets was 920. That was the exact level we had given you. This is the same chart plotting the level we gave yesterday, and that exactly the target was achieved, and Nifty took a halt there. That's a very good. That's something I traded particularly, and exactly spot on, bang on. I made good money. I hope all the viewers made money on this.
perfect. Let's talk about Bank Nifty now.
Yeah.
So on Bank Nifty yesterday, we had given a clear short below 25,500 with a first target of 25,250, which was
Mhm.
clearly achieved, 250 points of profit. Not only that, it gave an additional profit of about 100 points more.
Mhm.
And today, Bank Nifty made a low of 25,142. And today, in our market live update at 1:30 p.m., we had clearly mentioned that book your profits in Bank Nifty. And right after that, within 10 minutes, around quarter to two, the markets from there rallied up
Yeah.
very, very high and made a high of 25,891 today.
Yeah. I think this
So
was
that is
due to
something
that
which,
positive sentiment that came in because of the SBI results. 50%
yes,
rise in profit. So that was some positive event, yeah, something led by Kotak, led by other companies, HDFC, etc. IndusInd was one big player in the rally.
yes, and the positive point over here is that we had given levels on the long side as well. So on the long side, we had asked all the viewers to long about 25,750 with a first target of 25,900, which
Mhm.
was just short of 9 points from the day's high today. So I think again,
Yeah.
traders have easily made money on both the sides, and it was
Yeah.
a very pretty simple trade.
Yeah, that's fine. Today, something about Bank Nifty. One thing I want to mention is that the breakout happened above that 25,200 level, and today that retest function of that previous resistance turning into support has also happened. So Bank Nifty
Yes.
overall remains strong. It is giving you higher high, higher low structures. So you have to remain buyers on Bank Nifty unless until a clear cut signal of selling will come into play. Another point
Hmm.
that we had mentioned yesterday was wait for this trend line on Bank Nifty to be broken if you want to go short. And exactly when that trend line was broken, you had to go short. All these points were made clear yesterday, and we told you we are not looking to aggressively buy back Nifty. Buying will be done in half quantity, but selling will be done in normal quantity below 25,500. We did consolidate for some time because, as we said, this was a flip zone and this was very important to be held. And once it was broken, when that news came out of Trump, immediately we got the profit.
Perfect.
So that's 2 out of 2 as of now.
All right, let's talk,
yeah.
Devang, let's talk about the stocks as well before we move on to what has
Right.
happened today and what will happen tomorrow.
Right. So index, we maintain our streak, 2 out of 2. The stocks which we had given, Marico has not triggered yet, so that is remaining pending. So no stop loss there. Also Wipro and TCS, they remain untriggered in my side. So I will see to them in the coming days. So they remain untriggered. The trades that were triggered today were Relaxo. Relaxo was given to go long today. Yesterday's closing price, if you see, was about 686. Today's targets were about 700 and 710, and you today got an intraday high of 705. So a good 20 rupees profit was made in Relaxo today. The other stock was JSW Steel in my counter. I told you all to go long above 314.5, or I think 315. There were two levels. I'm unsure what level that was. And immediately when that level was broken, the 314.5, we got a good high today intraday of about 318.7. That's again a good 1.5% profit on the JSW Steel counter. Two trades that I gave today before I come to you, Himalaya. I came live in the market at 11:15. I gave a trade to buy ITC. Now, the thing was, we got a very good trade on ITC. It went up about 1%. At 171, I gave a buy. It went to 172. Now, the thing is, whenever ITC goes up, there always is some reason in Nifty which drives ITC down. And today we were unfortunate enough that when ITC was in a good swing, immediately that Trump news had come and markets fell down after that. So good thing was that whoever had subscribed to us, whoever is in our groups, we mentioned everyone to at least book cost to cost if they haven't exited. That is one thing I personally did when that news was out. I hope you were out of the trade. Otherwise, you would have come cost to cost or just a small loss. And finally,
we had also posted a alert on our YouTube community as well for the viewers. So make sure you hit the bell icon if you haven't already. So next time, whenever you put any such alerts, you're there. It directly gives you a notification on your phone or maybe your laptop, whatever.
Right. The big thing was about Kotak. Kotak was a trade I gave to long at my 11:15 update, and this was a trade I am regretting. The reason is because once we got long at 1600, we got a good 10 rupee profit. But again, that Trump event came out and it was told to go cost to cost. And once that Trump overhang was over, once the SBI results came, markets immediately rebounded. So today was a volatile trade. So I have got some screenshots of people who didn't exit Kotak, so they made a good handsome amount of money. And you also gave a recommendation on Kotak. What are your views on that?
Yeah, so the irony is that I came around 130 saying that short Kotak, but that was again, there were two reasons behind it. One, the market was creating a doji at that time, and also it was from a positional point of view. Well, regardless, the Kotak did give a breakout, and if the viewers have taken a trade over here and they are skeptical about what they have to do, so please feel free to contact me at 730-397-0083 and I will help you out as to what you should do in this trade. So right now the positions are open. If you have any doubts, please feel free to contact me.
That's perfect. So we did good today in the markets. Kotak was one player which has confused the viewers, but otherwise I think things have been okay. What's at your counter? You had given some recommendations.
Right. So I'll just give the trades. I'll firstly talk about the trades that were triggered.
Yeah.
So the first trade I had given was on Coforge. I had asked all the viewers to long about 2170, and today the market made a high of 2230 approximately. So that was nearly a 60-point gain on your Coforge. A really good amount over
there. About 3.5% was clocked in there.
Perfect. The next I had given was on Tata Chemicals. I had asked to short below 307 and it did make a low of 303. So again, a 4 rupee profit over there on this share.
Right.
Finally, the last trade that I had given, which was triggered, was Sun Pharma. On Sun Pharma, I had asked to long about 490 with a target of 500, not only did it achieve the target, but it made a high of 518 on an intraday basis.
Mhm.
After that, towards the end, there was selling in the market. That's not a problem, but our levels were triggered pretty well.
Yeah, it's a
And
good accuracy. We are keeping our streak. We are keeping our consistency. So give us that thumbs up if you are making the money. Give us a thumbs up and do send your screenshots. We love to see how you're performing.
yeah, right. And the remaining trades that I had given, the levels did not even trigger, and the targets, forget about the targets, the trade only did not trigger.
We'll see it in
So
the
that is
next
yet,
coming days.
yeah, yeah, that is still in the open zone.
Yeah. So let's start
All
with
right,
Nifty.
Devang, so yeah, please give your views on Nifty for what happened today and what will happen tomorrow.
So today we have discussed, as always, we are going to have a good volatile session in the coming days. So please be careful in that sort. Now, one thing is there, the trend line has been broken, which I was mentioning, that 840 level. So we become net buyers on Nifty. We are now not looking to short Nifty. We will be a buy on dip structure for Nifty for me. One thing I want to mention is that if you see this big red candle, we are stuck in this range, correct? We are stuck in this range and we have not closed below this 11,600 level. So this range maintains. Also, if you look from a little bit of a deeper perspective, you see something like a flag pattern being formed. Now, there are a
Yes.
couple of things that can happen. One thing is tomorrow is expiry. On expiry, all the viewers, you should know that you get something like a doji. You get a very volatile trade. The support and resistance, they become stronger. So the breakouts become tougher. This is what happens on the weekly expiries. So it would be difficult to go breakout. So you can expect tomorrow some volatile movement in the market. Number one, if the breakout happens, now this is the range, about a 400-point range is there. The simple rule of a flag of the a channel breakout is, if you get this channel breakout, you will get a minimum technical target of 400 points. This does not mean it will be achieved tomorrow, but this will be something that could be achieved. So I would be then looking only to buy. And as you said a couple of sessions back, if that 12,020 level is broken, we do become aggressive buyers on Nifty.
Yes. Not only
So
that, but this zone, people need to understand it is very important. This was also mentioned in our previous episodes, wherein I had clearly mentioned that Nifty is ranging between 12,020 and 11,600. If
yeah,
it breaks on the upside, then I think the levels that you're giving is easily achievable. And I think there is some recovery in the economy as well. Don't you think about that? I see
yeah,
that there are some positive sentiments in the
good
market.
results from the banks. We are getting good. Everything is going good. The GST collections, the sales data of the auto companies,
Hmm.
everything is good. I got a couple of companies results that have come in. Everything is doing good. So now let's talk about the market. Tomorrow, what can I do? Tomorrow again, I will be a buyer. I'm not looking to short Nifty. If it comes down, it comes down. So what is the level? So today's level 920 becomes very important. 920 will be a level above which I would like to go short, go long in the market. My target number
Okay.
one would be the 960 level. I think that is the level which we are holding for the past gap. 960 will be the target number one. Above 920 is 960. Above 960 is 12,020. So I have a 40 point gap. I would like to go above these targets. If you go above 12,020, I become an aggressive buyer in the market. I will increase my quantity and buy for positional basis also.
Perfect. Anything else on Nifty?
Yeah,
Would
on
you
the
like to
downside,
summarize it
these
up
are supports
or
850.
any other comments on Nifty?
850, yeah, 850 becomes support. Himalaya 850 is the level we did retest today also. This level is very, very important. I think any dips towards 850 should be buyable dips. If you get any buying here, you
Hmm.
should try to go long here. Below 850, there is no concrete level. There is 770 is there, 720 is there, which we'll see tomorrow if these levels are broken. But I think tomorrow I'm seeing the Nifty futures data. It's up about 1%, 100 points, and it's already gone above 12,020. So looks like things
Hmm.
are very positive. Also, we see Nasdaq, IT companies have gone up 4% in America. So things are good. I don't want to plan on the short side as of now. Below 850, we can see some selling, but I will not be interested. I will not take part in the trade. I will be only interested to buy above 920 for 960 and 12,020.
Okay, perfect.
What is your view on Nifty? Any different views or is it the same?
No, it's the same view on Nifty. I don't differ with you on that. I think that those are perfect levels, and I'll be trading those levels itself.
Okay, let's go to Bank Nifty. What do you think about Bank Nifty today? Today the retest has been done. Are you a buyer or are you looking to short Bank Nifty now?
See, the structure itself is pretty clear on Bank Nifty. I think even the beginners might be able to spot this out that yesterday's close was 25,771
Hmm.
and today's close was 25,142. Market is clearly making, higher highs. That is evident. All right. And like you suggested that today Bank Nifty did test the lower levels, and this we call in our technical terms that the prices at the lower levels was rejected. That clearly shows that the buyers are there in the market. They do want to take the Bank Nifty up. Moreover, the banking results, the bank sector, the results in the banking sector have been wonderful, and they have been showing huge profits. So I'll be a buyer in the market. However, I'll be giving trades on both the sides. So again, my levels maintain above your current level of 25,750, or currently it is 25,770. Above this, you can see a target of 26,200. That is what I'm expecting tomorrow.
Hmm.
On the downside, just in case if it breaks your 25,500 level, which we have been repeatedly saying that it is a flip level, then again my levels maintain of 25,250 followed by a second level of 25,000. Now,
Right.
one thing I want all the viewers to understand over here is that I have changed my stop loss a little. I will be keeping my stop loss below 24,800.
Yeah.
Until then, I will be, considering the 24,800 to 25,000 as a demand zone for me. And whenever Bank Nifty comes around those levels, that I will take it as a buyer dip opportunity. Only once it breaks the 24,800 level, I will consider that as my SL to be hit. Until then, this is your demand zone. And I think you should also consider this as your demand zone.
Right. My view is similar. My view is similar. I'm a net buyer on Bank Nifty. Overall, if it goes down, you can short. I'm personally not looking to do that. I'll be a buyer on dip. I would like to buy above 25,850 to be safer now, since we've got that swing high. I would like to go buy above
Hmm.
that levels for targets as you have mentioned. Because if you look at the daily chart, you do have room till 26,200 and 300. I think this is one area where I should be careful, where we can see some selling, which comes up to 26,300. That level
Hmm.
is possible also because that gap has to be filled. This
Gap
level
has
is
to be filled.
achievable. We have been saying this again and again. Gap has to be filled and it's being filled. So till here we the levels are open, and that 25,500 remains a flip for me. Below that I will become cautious, but any dips towards 25,500 I will look for buying opportunities to be supported by my price action, my candles, etc. Yeah.
Okay. So let's move on to the stocks, Devang. I think Nifty Bank Nifty is pretty clear. Let's move on
One
to the
thing I want
stocks.
to add, Himalaya, because we are seeing a big
Okay.
gap up in the market as of now. It's currently
Mm-hmm.
SGX has gone up at 12,040. I'm not saying we
Mm.
trade as per SGX. Nasdaq is up about 4% now. There's a good positive sentiment which can change overnight. I have no doubt to that, depending upon how the elections, the drama goes. Now, what I'm trying to say is it is important where you open. So let's say if you open flat, I'm giving all three scenarios because the viewers have a difficulty in this. If you open
Mm.
flat, that is ideal because then you can trade at 920 level for 960. If you open only with a huge gap up, let's say we open with a huge gap up only above 12,020, then you can't immediately buy because you have to accept that the profit will be lost overnight. Please remember,
Mm.
viewers, if you open with a huge gap up, then no doubt this becomes a support, but you have to then play with price action. You will have to reduce quantity because of this huge gap up and the profit lost overnight. Same is the case with gap down. If you open huge gap down, wait for gap filling, wait for price action, and reduce quantity. So in a gap up or a gap down, you have to reduce quantity and play with price action.
Perfect. I think that's the same view on Bank Nifty as well.
Yeah.
If there's a big gap up or a gap down, then the analysis changes a little. The current analysis gets a little void until unless there's a flat opening. If there's a flat opening, then of course these levels will sustain. Also, we
Right.
have to take into consideration the US presidential election. So these external factors will also play a big role. Like I've already mentioned, these sentimental factors, when they come into play, the technicals go
Yeah.
silent, and you should focus on that as well. So whatever you do, whatever trades you take, I think you should go with small quantities for this week at least, and maybe next week again we'll be back to our normal levels.
Right. Right. Right.
All right,
Perfect.
Devang, let's start with the stocks? Any stocks that you have on your
Yeah,
end to
we have a
recommend
lot
our
of
clients,
stocks.
our viewers?
Right. We have a lot of stocks, so you all can look at the description box below to get the exact timings. Pidilite has just posted results. I think they have been good results. So I'll be looking to buy Pidilite. We have got a good breakout of this resistance. It has been retested. So tomorrow, if you let's say break these levels, which is about 1600 round number, I would want to buy above 1600 in good quantity. You can look to buy before that also, but if I want to buy in good quantity above 1600, it's quite far right now, but maybe this trade can get delayed by a day or two, but I'm putting it out there that above 1600 I'm going to buy in good quantity.
Okay, perfect.
So I have a couple of stocks. So if you all remember our TFA 50 stocks video, I hope you have watched that video, because all those stocks are now getting triggered and all those money is coming in. One stock is ICICI and Axis Bank. Both of them have same structures. They are at currently a very, very strong resistance. So if ICICI Bank starts to go above 445, I would like to buy ICICI Bank with targets open ended. You can decide the targets according to you. Another same structure that I'm looking at is Axis Bank. It's giving you an inside candle, and if you break it, you have broken out, you have retested. So above 535 levels, I would like to be a buyer with aggressive quantity on Axis Bank also. Tata Motors is another stock. Now I would like to change my levels. 140 is a good level to buy. Above that, for conservative investors, I would be buying personally above 137.5. Above 137.5, I can get a good momentum in Tata Motors. It will be a breakout.
Okay. Devang, would you like to talk about Avenue Supermarts? I think that was a wonderful pick that you had given on your 50 stocks to trade in November.
Yeah, yeah.
A
So
really
Avenue,
big jump in Avenue Supermarts.
it's given a breakout. It gave that breakout. It's again given that retest and a fresh breakout. So above 2300 levels, I want to buy tomorrow again in aggressive quantity. It's again a good breakout. So all the levels, because there is no concrete level on the top, so the target becomes open ended. You want to play with swing, you want to play intraday, it's up to you. But targets become open ended. You can have a very good momentum above 2300 on Avenue Supermarts.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Couple of stocks are there. Bajaj Finance, it has broken out of this resistance today. So tomorrow above 35, I'll just look at the internals to find the exact level. Tomorrow above this 35 70 levels. Currently it's at 35.61. So above this 35.70 75 levels, you can buy again Bajaj Finance. I think it's a very good trade. HUL was a trade that you had given. You have any views for HUL?
HUL, I'll maintain my view on it. On the downside, I have already asked the viewers to short below 2040 with a target of 2025. And over here comes in the rule of your two consecutive close below the trend line.
Mhm.
And if again tomorrow we see a close below the trend line, then HUL becomes really weak, and I think our targets will be achieved. However, I think you should give one trade on the long side as well,
Yeah, on
if
the long
just in
side,
case the close is within the trend line.
2080. 2080 above will be a good buy. If markets give a momentum, this can be achieved. So above 2080, I would like to be a buyer on HUL. So
Okay. I
2040
don't
to
think
80
this will be
becomes,
achieved tomorrow, but I think in the coming few days, if it sustains above the trend line, I think this can be a wonderful pick, and the viewers should keep this on their watch list.
yeah. So a couple of viewers have been asking me about Tejas Networks, another trade we gave in the TF 50 stocks video. So these are the levels we had plotted back then. It's giving you retest. So tomorrow, if Tejas comes around 84 to 85, look for some buying opportunity here. Stop loss becomes quite small, but it can become a very good swing trade for you. Tejas Networks around 84 to 85. And
Perfect.
finally,
I do agree with you on that. I think Devang, we should put this link for the 50 stocks of to trade in November in the description. I think that will become easier for the viewers.
yeah,
Sorry, please continue.
I have two more stocks to go. One is Voltas. It's a very good trade, very good juncture. It's at the breakout zone above 730. Let's take a round number above 730. You can go long on Voltas with open-ended targets, because it's the all-time high of Voltas. And finally, I have Credit Access Grameen. If you want to go short, it's at a very, very crucial support, not able to bounce back. So tomorrow, if it starts to trade below 615 levels, you can try to initiate a short, because there is no concrete level till about 580. So you can put your own targets, but then Below 615, you can initiate a short trade. Any stocks that you have, or should we wind it up here?
I'm the person who's looking at Voltas just like you. I think that is a perfect pick. One stock that I'd be talking about is TVS Motors. TVS Motors, though there's a trend line on it, but I think there is a little bit of scope to make profit over here.
Mm-hmm.
Currently at its static resistance, and if this resistance level is broken of 472, then I think we can scalp for a few rupees of 7-8 rupees, and I think that will be my target around 483, 485. So this is one point. This is one stock that I'd like to give to the viewers.
Perfect, perfect. All right. So I think that's it for now. I hope you all like this. Please, the disclaimer remains. Any trades that you take is as per your own analysis. Please do consult your advisors. Any ideas that we float are for educational purposes, and please do not hold us responsible for any losses suffered. So that's it for now, guys. I hope you liked this episode.
Devang, one more point.
Yeah.
I'd like to share with the viewers. If you haven't already subscribed to our WhatsApp group, we are running a few discounts for the Diwali, and also I'm feeling a little generous over here, Devang, since it's the festive season. Uh, let's give the viewers a little bit of discount on our mentorship program.
Sure.
What do you think?
Sure.
So I think let's give a discount of 10%. So all you viewers, we are feeling generous. Uh, just write to us on our Instagram page. The coupon code you can use is TFA Talks 10. Use that as your offer, and we'll give you a 10% flat discount on it. Hope
Perfect.
you take this offer.
Yeah, you have the season of festivities, and do not forget Muhurat trading is on November 14th. So let's make some money together. And this is always a good time to come into the market. So if you don't know how to trade, if you want to learn, if you get mentored by us and our team, join us today. We have a discount till for all of you with TFA Talks 10 till November 14th. So message us on Instagram or call us and book your slots right now. So thank you, guys.
Do keep watching these videos till the end. We'll drop these few gifts here and there in random videos. Make sure you keep watching the videos till the end. Hope to see you all tomorrow. Have a good day.
All right.
Have a good day, Devang.
Thank you so much.
You too. Bye bye.